Log 743. Pawn 76 and its player failed. When a pawn fails, it collapses, and those living within it share the same fate. That's why I'm leaving behind these records. I don't know if anyone will ever read them, but I hope you'll be able to avoid the same fate we suffered. No matter what, at any cost, don't go against the players. It doesn't matter how strong your weapon or your skills are. In the end, we're nothing but a single piece on their game board. Everything fades to black. Someone approaches him and finds the record hidden in his armor. They read through the notebook and say the strategies in it are actually pretty solid. Then they toss the notebook to the ground and walk away, saying they already know everything written in there. Someone else extends a handful of dice. There's a twisted smile on their face as they begin to cast a spell. The guy who read the notebook mutters that there's just one thing that other person didn't notice. The creature lunges at him with an attack, but he dodges it. He says the one thing they didn't realize is that players can be defeated, as long as you have the guidebook. He adds that he has no intention of just sitting around. It started off as a normal, peaceful day, just like any other. A bunch of guys were hanging out and chatting, and the main character showed up, headphones on, listening to music. Nobody could have guessed what was about to happen. While he's walking down the street, the ground suddenly opens up beneath him. He's confused. That day would be remembered forever. A blinding light appears, startling everyone nearby. Some people panic, thinking it might be a terrorist attack or even an earthquake, but that was their last peaceful day. The entire city is consumed by a strange, bright blue light. The protagonist is stunned and tries to shield his face from the glow. Then he sees something, and it grabs his full attention. He's standing right on the edge of a cliff. He asks himself what the hell is going on. His head is pounding. There are tons of people behind him, all terrified and asking the same thing. The main character starts wondering if this is dimensional travel or transmigration. Stuff is only read about in web novels. He can't tell if it's really happening. Then, suddenly, system windows appear in front of all of them. It's an announcement saying the game has begun and telling each person to roll their dice. The protagonist wonders what kind of game this is and what the message even means. Then a woman screams and points up, telling everyone to look. Something terrifying is up there. The protagonist looks and is stunned. It's a die. A giant die falling through the sky, showing the number 3 on top. The system window updates. Pawn number 8 will move forward 3 spaces. A path appears in front of them. A massive base with the number 8 materializes, and powerful magic surges around them. Someone yells out that the city is moving. A child clutches their mother and says they are scared. The protagonist starts to realize what's going on. They'd all been summoned into a game, but none of them are actual players. They're the pawns. That must mean the players are the ones who get to roll the dice and move them. The city moves forward, like it's stepping 3 spaces ahead. Then it stops. The main character realizes they are not the pawn. The city itself is the pawn. But if the player only needed a pawn, they could have just summoned the city alone. So why do they bring everyone living in it, too? Another message pops up on the protagonist's system window. It says they entered a defensive zone, and the difficulty and defense time are being configured. Difficulty level 1. The dice is rolled again, this time showing a 1. A second die lands on 3. Defense time, 3 days. A new announcement is made. A strange dome forms around the city, and terrain starts rising up from the ground. Everyone is stunned that the Earth just appeared out of nowhere. They don't know what's going on. Another system announcement pops up, saying the defense mission will begin shortly. If all 4 bases are destroyed, it'll be considered the end of the game. Inside the city, 4 locations are marked as bases by glowing arrows. In case of game over, the pawn will die. The main character wonders, if the pawn dies, does that mean they'll all die, too? People start panicking, shouting that none of this makes sense and that none of it should be happening in the first place. The main character calmly removes his headphones. He reflects that there's no point in making a scene. If communication had been necessary, surely someone would have spoken to them from the beginning. The best thing they can do now is focus on the announcements. A new one appears, telling all citizens to roll their dice. The result will determine their class. The main character watches as the die appears. It's a 100-sided die. Someone else yells out, terrified, saying something's heading their way, and it definitely doesn't look like a rescue team. A whole horde of monsters is closing in fast. Suddenly, everyone bolts, running for their lives. The monsters charge at the crowd, catching up quickly. Even the main character runs, and those who fall behind are mercilessly slaughtered. The creatures show no pity. Blood spills all across the city. The main character realizes this is why humans are needed, to protect the pawn. Those monsters are invading the city and attacking the population. They have to defend the city, the pawn, so it can move toward the final goal. A dice-based game played by beings who might be gods or demons. That's what this really is. The monsters flood the city. Many of them are already down, but they just keep coming. Then suddenly, a woman appears behind one of the creatures. She's moving a massive axe, and it's engulfed in flames. She swings, and the monsters are blown away, scorched and wounded. Everyone stares, stunned. Those monsters were taken out in an instant. Nobody knows who this woman is. She's a player character. Her name is Gohu. She's level 1. Class, ordinary citizen. Weapon, a legendary class spear that lets her borrow the power of the Imperial Flame Dragon. The white-haired woman shouts for all the injured to run to Namsun. The military and police are setting up a defensive line. Everyone needs to roll their dice. One man asks if she means that weird 100-sided thing. She yells back, "Yep." When they roll, they'll receive equipment based on the number they get. If you get a common-grade weapon, fall back. If you get anything magical or higher, fight. People start rolling. Just like Kiju said, weapons begin to appear in their hands. More monsters appear, approaching fast. The crowd panics, but the woman screams, "Grab your weapons." That day, their ordinary lives were torn away, replaced by something extraordinary. On the first day of the new year, countless lives were lost. Hai fought with everything she had, along with a few others. And just like that, heroes were born. The protagonist, he was one of the survivors of those first few days. He was level 1, class, ordinary citizen. His name was Choi. On the 8 pawn's turn, he rolled his 100-sided die. It rolled and landed on 100. And just like that, he became someone special. Someone who soon enough would be known by everyone as the worst piece of trash. The system revealed a magic text to him. He would become the Demon King of Sovereignty. From the Book of Cran, a mythical class magic text appeared before him. It granted him access to the Demon King Kras's library. This library allows the user to see all kinds of information, item locations, secret events, monster data, maps, objectives, everything. The moment the mission begins, the book opens in front of our protagonist. The text reveals one more thing. Krasma is an incarnation with a monopolistic desire, which means any reward gained by anyone using knowledge from the book will go directly to the book's owner. And that'll never Choi.